Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Sunday, August 15th. On the impact map today, we have some gusty winds coming down into parts of northern Utah, some isolated thunderstorms a bit on the wetter side further to the south and east, and we continue with the smoke across the northern half of the Great Basin. It gets actually worse on Monday, along with isolated thunderstorms and winds, and then a stronger push of wind on Tuesday. Could be some gusts of 40 miles per hour. We see the orange, but also that flow will be bringing up some deeper moisture and some showers to the eastern portion of the Great Basin. At the surface, smoke forecast for this afternoon on the left, tomorrow afternoon on the right, and vertically integrated smoke from the surface on up through at least 6,000 to 7,000 feet. This afternoon on the left, Monday on the right. You see how extensive it is, but starting to get pushed to the east with that front by late Monday. On the right-hand side, we had quite a bit of lightning in the southern and central areas of the Great Basin the last 24 hours. You can see the precipitation map, mostly light in the northeast, but there's some heavier amounts here in the yellows, maybe a quarter inch or pockets of a half inch further south. Looking at the current fire activity, initial attack overall pretty light, but we of course had that one large fire in Parleys Canyon in northern Utah. Otherwise, not much initial attack in other areas. Now, it's been a dry week on the left-hand side, not too much precipitation outside of the deep south, but in the last 14 days, of course, we are still seeing the effects of some of that heavier monsoonal push. You can see the ERCs down here in the green to yellow in the southern third of the geographic area, but then you get north of the I-70, Highway 50 corridor, you can see how much it dries out kind of towards normal levels, anywhere towards the 80th percentile, some stations approaching the 90th percentile. Satellite imagery shows a strong high-pressure ridge centered just north of Reno. It'll be hot and dry, smoke trapped underneath here, but there's a monsoonal moisture down to the south and a stronger front to the north that'll play a role in our weather later this week. So for this afternoon, there's the high pressure on the left, producing some winds through here. You can see we have high risk for winds in parts of northern Utah. You can see those winds here in the orange. It could be approaching gusts of 30 miles per hour. It'll be accompanied by very low humidity, single digits and low teens in most areas. You can see precipitation on the left-hand side, some isolated thunderstorms, probably getting on the wetter side the further east you go across Utah, dry elsewhere. On Monday, high pressure gets flattened. There's a strong front coming in. You see these tight packing of these hot yellow height lines. It means increasing winds. There'll be some moisture also coming in. We do have high risk for lightning, parts of western Idaho, but high risk for wind across northwestern Nevada. You can see those winds coming in here on the left-hand side, gusts near 30 miles per hour, where you see the orange. On the right, you can see the dry humidities in the single digits and teens. And on the left-hand side, in the precipitation, these long streaks that you see here are actually dry lightning signatures. We can see some fast-moving storms laying down lightning, but not a lot of rain in one location. On Tuesday, the trough kind of comes in. You see the stronger belt of winds. You also see some monsoonal moisture being pushed up into central and eastern Utah, where there'll be thunderstorms and they'll be on the wetter side, but across Nevada, especially the central areas, some good winds through there, high risk. And you see these winds, we're seeing purple shades. These are gusts approaching 40 miles per hour, could even sneak into parts of western Utah. Also breezy in the Snake River Plain. You see the dry humidities on the right. You also see the wetter showers and thunderstorms coming up across much of Utah from south to north, and amounts, low-end wetting rains in the north, deeper rains of a half inch or more. We see the purples in southern Utah down to the Arizona Strip. 3-day precipitation totals. And a quick look down the road on Wednesday, this trough comes through and it'll actually lay down enough moisture to green up a lot of our areas. You see the 7-day potential, a lot of green to yellow transitioning across at least 2/3 of the Great Basin, cooler temperatures, higher humidity, and that trend continues Thursday, Friday, and into next Saturday, although we start seeing drying from west to east by later Saturday. You see some of the browns starting to appear across Nevada. 7-day precip totals. This is why we will see a quieting across the eastern Great Basin, half-inch to 1-inch rain amounts across a good portion of Utah and the Arizona Strip, maybe even parts of far eastern Nevada, maybe Wyoming as well, and parts of Idaho. 8 to 14-day shows a warmer than normal signal and a drier than normal signal, so fire season continues. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.